think it's time that the world finds out. I've been keeping this quiet for a long time now, but y'all seen the movie Point Break, haven't you? Yeah, well, it's Bodie here, and I'm here to tell you that well, it's the greatest movie that was ever made. We all know that, but that was only because it was about my life, and it was a true story. But as Hollywood is known to do, they kind of omitted a few facts. Well, I'm here today to set the record straight, but they got most of the movie right, It was pretty good. One thing that really got up my nose was the ending. Because, as we all know, it ended up at Bells Beach, Australia. And, tell you now, it's still going on there. I've been living in Torquay ever since, because, yeah, there was a 50-year storm, that happened. But anyone that saw the movie might have seen Bells Beach down there. And, that wasn't Bells Beach. We all know that. It looks nothing like it. The main part of the story they got wrong was that, I'm a real surfer, Johnny Utah thought he was, but he didn't know what a real surfer was, But although it was a 50-year storm, and there were 20 to 30-foot waves out there, I did get smashed on my first couple, But anyone that surfed Bells Beach knows that, it doesn't really hold that kind of swell anyway, And I did make it out the back, that's a feat in itself, but I got washed. Anyone knows when it's that big, you just get washed straight around the corner to Winky Pop, So I just got washed around in Winky Pop, and then here they are, all the police and helicopters, Johnny Utah on the beach, thinking that I'm dead, But they had no clue. I just drifted around the Winky. I actually got pitted right across Winky on a 20-foot barrel, but no one saw that, I'm not even going to claim it, I'm not that type of guy. Maybe it wasn't 20 foot. Maybe it was only 18 foot, Maybe it was 25 foot. Felt like it was 50 foot to me. What's the difference? But anyway, anyone knows that down past Winky Pop, you just run around the corner, jump, Torquay Point. I just simply drifted around, paddled around at Torquay Point. I had my little van on the beach in there, They didn't know that Morris Call just gave me a lift up to Bells, because I heard the police might be coming, so I thought I better have some kind of escape route. So my escape route was to just go back to my van at Torquay Point and go on from there. But anyway, so I just drift around the Torquay Point, come in on the beach in my van, light up a few hotties in there, listen to some, can't remember what I was listening to, it doesn't matter, but I just had a good time in my van there for a minute, and then went on down to Torquay Pub, met up with Morris again, had a couple of scooies. That's what they call them down here in Oz, scooies. And we had ourselves a nice chicken parmesan for dinner, and I talked about how big the waves were, and they couldn't believe I went out, but they went out too, but dropped off a bit in the afternoon, but it was no big feat, really. Like, all the boys were out there, in the end. So, the police had just in this big circle over there, and Bell's thinking, yeah, John, Bodie's dead, Johnny Utah's saved the day again. But reality is, guys, I've been living in surfing Torquay Point, Buddy, Bell's Beat, Winky Pop, under an alias, of course. I've been working for Morris Cole, and obviously had plenty of money left over from all the jobs we did. So we also did a couple more, but I don't need to know about that. But yeah, so I just feel like I need to get it out there that, Bodie didn't die. He's still been living and surfing and robbing banks and just loving life. I don't just stay in Torquay. I even go over to WA and see the boys over there, and sometimes go to Indo, and Barley, and you name it, mate. And Johnny Utah, you hear what happened to him? He went back and, with all the notoriety that he got about catching the criminal that he never actually caught, kind of went to his head, and he got promoted and into the IT section, and then apparently he got sucked into the computer or something, like into the Matrix or something like that, like just literally just sucked into it, and turned into some kind of computer guy or something. I don't know, that can fly and stuff, but I don't know if that's true. I also heard another story that Johnny actually turned into a crack addict. He hooked up with his old mate from Bill and Ted, was it? Bill? Yeah, Bill was a crackhead, and anyway, they caught up, and apparently Bill, gave him some, and then he got hooked, and then he got sucked into the Matrix. So, here I am, still surfing and living life like a real human. And there he was trying to play the good guy, Johnny Utah. Well, I'm here to tell you, Johnny, wherever you are, I'm going to use this computer that you're probably in or something to convey this message to the world, but I don't think you can stop it this time, Johnny. Message is that you lose, buddy. I'm still here. I'm still surfing, mate. Still robbing banks. I'm even getting an Aussie accent, as you can hear, So, I'm going to go catch up with Morris Cole and the boys, with Bell's Beach Pros on soon. Apparently Mick Fanning's going to be surfing his last event, so get down there and see that. I got to get my disguise ready and that. I still have to, live undercover, because these Aussie Cups, they're still, I think they still know something went on that day, but they're not really, they kind of turn a blind eye, but, I don't push it too much, so anyway, that's the message. Point Break, the movie about me. It was pretty good, greatest movie ever, it's about me, but the ending, completely wrong. I survived 50-year storm, went on to surf many more. Not as big as that, but, big. Okay, good night, guys.